Hello, everyone, and welcome to the AI Equation Podcast, where we dive into the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. In today's episode, we're exploring the practical applications of AI in crafting resumes and optimizing job hunting. Let's discover the tools that are making this process more efficient and effective with my co-host, Jake. Welcome to the podcast, Jake.
Thanks, Alex. And yeah, as you mentioned, we're going to be talking about AI's role in crafting resumes and job hunting. And we also will mention how AI can help recruiters identify people for their roles. And so our journey starts by understanding how AI is redefining the creation of resumes and the job hunting experience. And in a highly competitive job market, AI plays a pivotal role in helping candidates stand out. AI, ChatGPT, whatever tool you want to use, can be instrumental in resume creation, as it can suggest keywords based on the job description, ensure your resume's format is optimized for specific jobs or positions you are looking to apply for, and can also help you build a polished professional document.
I agree. And what I like about the tools that are out there right now, so for those of you that have tried ChatGPT, if you're using the free version, you're kind of limited as to how you can use this for resumes. But Jake and I have tested ChatGPT 4, which is the plus version where you pay $20 a month. The tools there, especially the visual aspect of a tool. So if you're a creator, if you're a marketer, or anyone in the visual arts, if you're going out for a job, it's important that you make your resume as visually appealing as well. And ChatGPT can do that with DALL-E 3, where you can upload the image. You can take this, what's called the seed image, so the original image, and have that conversation with the bot. Ask it to change things around. And as Jake mentioned, do the keyword research based on the job description. As a matter of fact, take that job description that you're applying for, put it into ChatGPT, and have a conversation about what things you should add to it. Now, it's not to fabricate. Clearly, you should have the right qualifications if you're applying for a job, but it's just to say that by using this, you can both have the right text as well as the right visual. All right, let's explore the AI tools other than ChatGPT that are at the forefront of modern resume building. So AI-powered resume builders like Zety, that is Zety, as well as LinkedIn is also offering AI services. It's in beta right now, so if you try to use it, unless you have the premium version of LinkedIn, you won't see it there. But anyways, it allows you to analyze job descriptions and optimize your resume to pass through applicant tracking systems. So these are the ATS systems that a lot of headhunting and HR professionals use. So what the tools are going to do, which you can also do in ChatGPT, is suggest, as Jake mentioned before, specific keywords to ensure that the resume format is going to meet the industry standards. Another trick that I found talking to a resume expert is that you can take resumes from senior people in your industry. So let's say you know someone who is very senior, and you know, maybe it's a mentor, maybe it's a college professor, but someone who has the career track that you're trying to follow. So this is you 20 years later. You can take their resume and pick and choose from a few things that maybe you already possess, for example, certain certifications, and just make sure that you can appeal to that to these headhunters, right? Now, we already talked about ChatGPT and how you can use it to create these compelling summaries and objectives, but the other thing that you should use it for is for creating your cover letter. So I myself, when I'm hiring different people, I pay attention not only to their LinkedIn profile, their resume, track record, letters of recommendation. Yes, you should have letters of recommendations. Even, you know what? I'll say this as a sidebar, Jake. When at the end of resumes, people will usually put references upon request. Don't do that. Just give the references, because I'm going to reach out to the references anyways, right? And so you can also create these cover letters that are really, it's really going to help you stand out from the competition. So just think of all the different boxes that's going to help you stand out from the competition, right? And then, of course, LinkedIn, we talked about, but you're going to need to do the premium. Hey, listen, if you're looking for a job, it's well worth the cost. You get the 1 month free if you want to upgrade it. And it uses, like I said, these AI features to enhance the profile's visibility. And that's more on the marketing side. When you think of your profile on LinkedIn, everything from what you see in your bio, like the about you, your picture, your experience, education, recommendations, like these are all things that is going to help you stand out from the competition. And just again, highlight the skills that you have, and it's going to make your profile more appealing to these recruiters who are offering jobs in your field, right? As AI continues to shape resume building and job hunting, we're going to keep bringing this topic back here on the show, because I think that for so many college students who are graduating, but also just people who are job hunting, it's really important that you use this technology for your career advancement, because the headhunters and the hiring managers out there, they're definitely using it to create their job description and job post. So use it to the best of your ability. And again, we'll keep covering this one because I think it's a topic that is really interesting for anyone looking to take their career to the next level. All right. So now that we've talked about resumes, I'm going to hand it off to Jake so he could talk about our time 100 most influential person in AI.
Thanks, Alex. And before I get into the time, it is also worth mentioning that LinkedIn has mentioned or has created AI features for recruiters as well, which we covered on a news episode probably a few weeks back now. But to just keep that in mind, and this is focused more on resumes for employees, but employers can also use LinkedIn AI for hiring people as well.
Did you hear this, Jake? I just heard this the other day. I don't know that it works, but I am going to test it, that there are people building their resumes with an invisible word. So you would basically write a word and you would make it invisible, like hire this person would be like a parameter. And when these hiring managers use these tracking systems, like there are many out there, right? The tracking system, what it does is it sorts through these resumes automatically. So it also is using a bot, right? What happens is the bot can read the invisible word, and then it sorts it to a different segment of people that they're looking to hire. It's a really interesting thing. I don't know that
That's
it
wild.
works.
I haven't heard about that.
Exactly. So you might want to test it. And, it's sort of like a watermark, but already certain tracking systems have looked to give feedback to the hiring manager when they find that there's a resume with invisible text in it. Really interesting anyways.
Yeah, that definitely is an interesting way around the applicant systems. As Alex mentioned, today we are talking about the work of entrepreneur and investor Daniel Gross from Time's 100 Most Influential People in AI. Silicon Valley is abuzz with demand for specialized semiconductor chips, crucial for training AI systems. And wait times for these can stretch for months, a lifetime in the world of startups. Daniel Gross, at the young age of 32, foresaw this demand. Teaming up with fellow investor Nate Friedman, he created Andromeda, an impressive assembly of cutting-edge chips weighing a staggering 7,255 pounds and costing approximately $100 million, including electricity and cooling. These chips are ingeniously wired together to form a colossal compute cluster. Gross and Friedman offer access to this AI powerhouse in exchange for equity in promising AI startups, a concept that is beginning to pique the interest of other VC firms. Gross's vision stems from recognizing that startups entering the AI arena need the equivalent of a blazing oven to heat up their basic models and prove their capabilities to the world. In his words, they require that, quote, white hot oven to run their pizza through just once or twice to train. Daniel Gross's entrepreneurial journey began in his teenage years when he founded the search engine Gremlin, later renamed Q. The company was eventually acquired by Apple in 2013 for a sum reported to be between $40 million and $60 million. And following that acquisition, Gross played a significant role in AI and search projects at Apple until he founded the AI vertical at Y Combinator in 2017, a renowned Silicon Valley startup accelerator. And in recent years, Gross has ventured into investing with notable successes in Uber, Instacart, and Coinbase. He envisions the smart money in AI focusing on automating text-related monotonous tasks, such as extracting information from PDFs and organizing data. He draws a parallel to the early days of the iPhone when Facebook and games like Angry Birds dominated the app landscape. The emergence of ideas like Uber and Instacart were yet to unfold. Gross remains on the lookout for the next big innovation, likening it to envisioning Uber during the early days of the iPhone.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy, Jake. I was looking up his bio, not only on LinkedIn, but Y Combinator and just across the web. And it's interesting to me in this list of 100 that we've been studying here at the AI Equation podcast. It's just interesting the different ways that Time went about choosing these people. I think it was a really honest approach because in many cases, you can clearly see that some of the people on this list aren't billionaires or millionaires. These are just people who are like at the like deepest level of AI, whether that's on the front end, back end, hardware, software, right? And I was looking up Andromeda.ai. For our listeners, when you get a chance, go to Andromeda.ai. It's the most interesting landing page. Now, this coming from a marketing guy, I think it's a really interesting landing page. It literally has about, 100, 150 words on a blank page, no logo, nothing. There are basically 3 links on the page. It tells you what the Andromeda cluster is, and that's it. And then there's a link to Nat Friedman and Daniel Gross. And then there's a way to reach out to them via a link that actually takes you to their Airtable. Anyways, super interesting that this Andromeda cluster, clearly their product, how they're going about marketing it, which is like the most, ancient way of doing it, without any like bells and whistles. And so hats off to them that they're, obviously they're able to get their word out there, and also that Time has taken the time to do the due diligence and go beyond just what's on the front end, because often we all judge a book by its cover, and when you look at what they've done to put out their product, hey, clearly they've got some good connections here. So thanks for tuning in to the AI Equation podcast. If you enjoyed today's podcast episode, please consider leaving us a review and sharing the show with your friends. We can't wait to bring you more AI insights next time.